Okay, so this problem is on page 554, number 13. It's basically three mini problems because he's doing a triathlon and each activity has a different amount of the miles that he's going, but all three of the activities will be multiplied times 7 because we want to know how much it was in a week. So all you're going to do is take each of the pieces and you're going to multiply them times 7. So we have 7 times 3/4, 7 times 5 6, and 7 times 10 12. Now, when we get to the end of this, after we figure these out, which I've already did them for you, 7 times 3 is 21 over 4, 7 times 5 is 35 over 6, and 7 times 10 is 70 over 12. So I've already done those for you. Now here's a step where it comes in that we didn't do very much of this before school was out, so this is why the page is a little bit harder because these are higher order thinking questions. So once you get these answers over here, then you have to find the least common multiple of the three denominators so that you can have the same denominator, because you cannot add these three numbers or three fractions because they have three different denominators. So you find the least common multiple by listing the numbers until you find the first number that is the same between the three numbers. So I listed my multiples of 4, which I end up stopping at 12 for 6 and 12. 12 is already there, so it stays the same. So my least common multiple is 12. So now I'm going to go up here. Excuse my paper, guys. I'm trying to save paper. So I go up here and I write my three fractions that I already had before, and then I put equal signs in between all three of them so that I can show you how to change your denominator from the denominators there to the least common multiple that we found. And we look at it. This one here, we didn't have to do anything to 70 over 12 because it was already a denominator of 12, so we left it alone. Here, from 6, what did I do to go from 6 to 12? I had to multiply 6 times 2 to get to 12. So if that's the case, I had to multiply my numerator also by 2, which 35 times 2 is 70. So I end up with 70 over 12 for that one as well. Then at the top, in order for me to go from 4 to 12, I had to multiply by 3, which means I multiply my top number, my numerator, by 3 as well. 21 times 3 is 63. And then I have 63 over 12, 70 over 12, and 70 over 12. Now I just add these three together. And you see I just took the numerator of each because the denominator is going to be the same. So I put 63 plus 70 equals 203 over 12. So you can leave it as 203 over 12, or you can change it into a mixed number by doing division, which 203 divided by 12. I did the math. It came up to 16 and 11 over 12 miles. So either of these numbers would work for the answer. Remember, this is a higher order thinking question, and I would have only given these problems to the ones in my higher levels that have already passed everything else. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these problems.